Cody Parkey now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, when they play man coverage against you, he almost seemed defended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
It's coming now.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Now the ball comes loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
18. Hey, we're go, let's go.
Got 4 down.
Red's up.
Slam.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
What's left? Come to ball.
Red's up.
2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. He's able to hit Joshua Bellamy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
18.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Gotta go.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early. because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Trubisky. Over the middle, that's taken in by Bellamy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A nice gain of 21 yards. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a first and 10 at the 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
Carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Yeah, baby.
Fullback try and push the pile. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Mike Burton punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And here's Lewis. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes everything. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A second down throw for Prescott. Over the middle of Amari Cooper. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
41's the will.
A first down for and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Hey, 47.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
On third down, Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole so they gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott now. He hits Beasley right side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Check 59, Mike.
Here we go, 46. 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. In the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
18.
Hey, check 5, check.
Hey, gotta go. Blue. Red, up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Randy Gregory in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Red's up. Hey, gotta go. Red's up.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Randy Gregory in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Going deep this time for Milk, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Okay.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Prescott
now on second down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Blue. Red, up.
On first down, Trubisky. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Come on, gotta go.
Past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Hey.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And Parkey's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Short kick. Well, the up middle take it down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
Adjustment. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Let's go,
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Red, up. 3 down. 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Demarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Hey, we got Reds up. Lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Let's go.
It's a pickup of 17 there. And it'll be 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Reds up.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. And now he'll tuck it and run. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Let's go.
The offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
4 down. Alert. Reds up. Check. Blue.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
Hey, gotta go.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Tight end's right. 4 down. Blue. Reds up. 18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go.
On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Again, it's Elliott. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Get out.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Go. Let's run.
26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Broken tackle. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A first down throw for Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown.
47.
And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
26.
Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Onto the field now come the Bears. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
More down.
Lock in.
You got tight right there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield,
gotta go.
almost to the 40
Go,
before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Mike, 55.
Blue.
Hey, eat.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks.
Lock in.
The speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's how we do it.
Red, up.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, 51 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A second down throw for Prescott. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs to make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Check. 18.
Now it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, let's go.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Red, up.
They run. This is Cohen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They come out here in the eye. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Blitz.
Mike Burton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will extend their lead. Parkey with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Inside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. The defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.